Well, hello. I've been haven't been doing much of this lately. Well, I don't have a lot of time. Just got back from Laughlin, but Halloween came and went, and I was reminded of a particularly interesting Halloween party I went to a few years ago. I'll tell you about a couple of the costumes, and maybe you'll enjoy hearing some of the costumes that I saw that year. One guy was dressed in kind of like a gorilla suit, only it went from the neck and about like, let's see if okay, am I getting that? Okay, about like this to the shoulders, and then down gradually down to about the knees, and that's all that the uniform was. And it was hair, except it was all real short curly hair. And so I asked him, I said, well, what is that? He says, I'm a pubic mound. And I said, you're telling me that you're dressed as pubic hair? And he said, yeah. And he says, I'm hoping to win prize, because they had prizes at this party. It was a good party, $100 for the first place. And I thought, well, gee, you know, he's bound to win. But no, this guy came up in a costume, and I can't even hardly describe it to you, because I had to go up and I had to ask him. I said, well, what is it you're supposed to be? And it was kind of a, well, there was a blob on it that was kind of red, and it was kind of brown, and it was I don't know, flesh tone, you know, like somebody had been mangled in an accident or something. I wasn't exactly sure. And he says, oh, I'm a hemorrhoid. I said, you're dressed as a hemorrhoid? He says, yeah, I'm trying to win first prize, you know. And I said, well, you have a pretty good shot as far as I'm concerned. Well, it turns out that it was a couple, and his significant other, his domestic partner, or whatever they call each other, a couple of gay guys, was dressed in a tube, as a tube of Preparation H. And so every so often he had this little bottle of stuff on his head, and he'd squirt this on his head, and he'd go running after his friend, who would see him and shriek. And he says, I'm going to shrink you with this cream that he's going to smear on him. And the guy would go shrieking through the party. So about every 10 or 15 minutes this little scene would be enacted. It was so, they won first prize. It was so funny. I mean, talk about creative. I'm going to shrink you, you know, and he's got this little bottle of, it was hysterical. Oh, God. Yeah, I've been to some, you know, what the theme of the party was, I wasn't exactly sure. I was invited by a friend of mine who, and anyway, that's a couple of the costumes I've seen. Thought I'd share that little post-Halloween gag. Hope you had a good Halloween, and the holidays are coming up. I hope you have good holidays. And that's it for me this time. Talk to you later.